idea of collaboration has always been exciting and part of it, because we are a duo anyways.
My work is based on very spontaneous, intuitive way of building up the surface. I like the fact that I can work with a certain level of trust between the client and myself.
So having a client that is out of a world away, culturally, I feel like their thought process is different and they were very open-minded.
So I was actually quite curious like how an international audience will actually look at my work. Already all this there, and I make sure this guy is gone. Most cases, right, my clients are based locally. When I first got the email from ATP.art, the first thought is an overseas job. So the initial reaction is excitement. Something that could be done over and over in Singapore or within the region, it's actually quite fresh for the audience in a different country, for example.
This beautiful space, we were really excited by the possibility of injecting a whimsical spin to it, to a space that is usually typically seen as quite corporate and quite safe.
When you're doing a kind of commission work, there are some preparations you need to do. It's a different way of communicating to a client. I had to go through a couple of interviews with the clients in terms of getting them to understand my processes.
Working with ATP has been a rather surprising experience because I could really focus on the creative process, as I didn't need to be the one negotiating or working on the administrative work with the client.
What we really liked from ATP.art was they kind of really gave us the freedom to kind of research and represent ourselves on the piece. So I think that sense of trust that she gave on us was very beneficial.
And autonomy. I guess she already knew what we were about, so there wasn't any style cramping.
My curator from ATP was really open-minded and considerate. So I think there were many times he stood up and defended my work, and he was understanding in a way where he would consider do you think this is a good change? Do you think this is necessary? And I think such discussions really help minimize the amount of changes.
I would say they give artists a lot of freedom to just express or do what they do best. I think the trust is there. The trust to allow the artist to just focus on their work.
My process with ATP was, first we did ideation. After my first proposal, they shortlisted this idea, which they really liked.
My process is always digital first.
So we always start with a sketch first.
We proceeded to doing color options.
I'll try to produce as close as possible to the final product within the computer in order to get some feedback from clients that I'm on the right track.
So I don't do sketches and drafts for my art practice. Usually I'll present previous works that I've made, previous paintings that I've made. I always hope that whatever I do for the client is special.
Then with that approved, the next step will just be transferring what is on screen
onto the canvas, and then it's going to be hand painted in acrylic.
A lot of our practice is this dance, right?
Yes.
We're what's she gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Responding.
And we're always kind of responding with each other.
There were minor changes that we made along the way, but I wouldn't say that there was anything drastic, which I'm really thankful for.
And it's also good that ATP.art actually came in to give some sort of feedback to the artwork, because I can't just see it from my point of view. It's a very collaborative approach.
Painting is also a win. When you look at it, your eyes, depending on where you place it, things change.
We wanted to have that strong representation of what Singapore is. So we kind of titled the artwork Traversing Through Bold Horizons. having a little bit of the Peranakan culture and heritage, but also like merging it with something that feels really modern.
Getting the general aesthetic of the office is important because we do not want an art piece that shouts like, hey, I'm here, you know, look at me. We want something that actually blends in with the space itself. So we want it to be there, but not really there.
The client's office is also located at a very busy business district. And I just thought that it would be nice for tired eyes that are walking around the office to spot this artwork, and the colors and the image of the artwork will become like an oasis to them that they can admire or even just help to beautify the place. Urban Oasis is the title of the artwork, so I thought that the idea of looking out and finding an oasis would resonate with the people working there.
My name is Liew. I am an abstract painter.
So we're Ripple Root. I'm Estella.
I'm Liquan.
And we're an art duo and we make lots of art together.
I'm Zizi. I'm a full-time illustrator as well as a multimedia artist.
My name is Ben Qwek. I'm an illustrator based in Singapore, but I also dabble in street art and mural paintings.